left out. Some of these officers have stayed in one station for too long. They have gotten mixed up with local issues. Some of them have no capacity to enforce the law impartially because they even have married local girls there, and they have opened butcheries and bars, and you don't know whether somebody is a police officer or one of the villagers.
Siwezi pata mkiwa hapo. Imeisha.
Songeni nyuma.
Tusonge. Nzuri sana.
Nawaomba ruhusa. Am I permitted to leave?
Yes, tusalimie.
You say hi.
Just say hi.
Hi peke yake.
Na maswali mbili.
Habari zenu? Mumesema niseme hi? Asante, it's okay. But allow us to be very brief. We have a few other places we want to visit before sunset. The day is normally very short, and the country is big. Today we are happy to be here in Nakuru, your town, and I've come to see my colleagues here. The regional team is based here in Nakuru for Rift Valley. Most of the time we work with them outside this county because Rift Valley region is 14 counties from Turkana to Kajiado and Namanga area. But then we have our county team here in Nakuru, which is led by the county commissioner, who is on my left, Lloyd Ford Kibara. The county police commander is here, Ndanyi, Mr. Ndanyi. And the other heads of agencies are here. Our county DCI in charge is here, our county NIS in charge. And so we are fully constituted as a county security and intelligence team. I came to visit with them, say hello to them, and we also had a discussion on how to farm up the security issues here in Nakuru County. As you're aware, across the country, we have an ongoing law enforcement and security operation to get the country, or to rid the country of organized criminals who are peddling drugs and selling poisonous alcohol to the people of Kenya. That operation is ongoing since 6th of March last year, and we are going to destroy the infrastructure that is used to manufacture, sell, distribute, and even consume narcotic drugs, illicit, toxic killer brews, and psychotropic substances. This is purely a law enforcement measure, and we have decided that this time round we want to treat this matter as it should be treated, and which is that it is a national security threat. So we don't want politicians to start getting involved. This is a law enforcement measure, and only law enforcement agencies are allowed to deal with this problem. The team here in Nakuru has started well, and other parts of the country. We were just reviewing the status, where we are, and this time round we will succeed. When we tried to do this before, I think we mixed it with so many other issues, it didn't succeed. We have external infiltration of this war in the past, from politics and other things, including people asking us not to destroy businesses. We are not destroying any business. We are destroying criminals and their infrastructure. Just that. We are not destroying any legitimate business. But anybody who is selling poison and selling drugs to the people of Kenya is not in business. He's a criminal, and is in the same WhatsApp group with terrorists, bandits, and other organized criminals. So that is where we are. We even have internal threats within ourselves. Some of our public officers involved in law enforcement are conflicted. They have conflict of interest, and therefore we have directed that all law enforcement officers from all agencies and all ranks who have interests in the second generation alcohol industry or related industry must stop, must cease that business. Alternatively, they have to leave the service. They have to leave their job, because they can't enforce the law in a matter where they have business interests. The government has also decided to transfer all officers, especially from the National Police Service, who have stayed for more than 3 years in one station. 42,500 officers will be transferred by Wednesday next week. By all means possible, nobody will be left out. Some of these officers have stayed in one station for too long. They have gotten mixed up with local issues. Some of them have no capacity to enforce the law impartially, because they even have married local girls there, and they have opened butcheries and bars, and you don't know whether somebody is a police officer or one of the villagers. So we are going to effect the transfer policy without fail and without exception. 42,500 officers must move by Wednesday next week. Other than that, we have a challenge here, which we are addressing. I think is 85% addressed, and I want to commend the county team for a good job. Lloydford and Danyi, you've done a good job, and the rest of the colleagues. There's a small group of criminals here calling themselves some names, some gangs here, who have been terrorizing people, stabbing women and children and men, and spoiling the good reputation of Nakuru town, which is one of the major urban centers of our country. We have gone great lengths in destabilizing and suppressing, and the remaining 10-15%, we have agreed on a strategy. It's just a matter of days and weeks. You'll hear no more of this gang. We will wipe them out, because what they are doing is no different from what other organized criminals are doing to the rest of the country. We also have land disputes, especially in certain parts of this county. We've agreed on how they will be resolved amicably and peacefully, so that we don't have a situation where either people encroach on people's land and refuse to move, or alternatively, people get access to land through fraudulent title deeds. And therefore, we are putting on notice all public officers, including officers in the Ministry of Land and officers involved in the survey of land, that those who are aiding land fraud and forgery of title deeds and so forth are criminals just like any other criminals, and we'll be very merciless with them. Other than that, it's good to see you, and we wish you well. Have a good evening, and God bless you. I'll be back again when I'll have a bit of time. Unfortunately,